Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm here to just bring some morning awareness about what it's like to live with CPTSD and anxiety and some of the other aspects, because I'm always kind of low key sharing the superpowers and the gifts, the blessings that have came from being in fight or flight, freeze or fawn, flop my entire fucking life, for being in chaos and trauma, and for finally coming out of fight or flight for the first time, finally not dissociating and distracting myself and actually being in and with all that I am feeling. This is the first year that I have sat and not dissociated by distracting myself by being happy. Like, this is the first year that people have asked me, how are you doing, in the last couple of weeks? And I'm like, not fucking good. And they're like, whoa, no one ever says that. I'm like, yeah, because we're so programmed to be like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're just good. You're good. You're good. I'm fine. I'm fine. You're fine. How do we ever know if we're not fine if we never talk about the not fine moments? And that's the stuff that I do. That's the work that I do. That's how I help people around the world for many years. I talk about the icky shit. I talk about the hard stuff. I talk about the demons in the shadows, because that is what we need to work with, and then side by side through life to get us through anything. Those are the moments that challenge us. Those are the moments that bring discomfort. Those are the moments that bring truth. Those are the moments that bring experience. And those are the moments that sharpen our tools in our tool belt of life. So, there's superpowers. There's negative sides, of course, like the flashbacks. Now, the past years, the flashbacks have been really fucking insane, really intense. Now, I didn't go to Afghanistan or overseas for war. I participated in the war here in America the last couple years during the pandemic. However, there's flashbacks. Sometimes we talk about things and things remind us really easily, and it can help rewire our brain to the memory to help us remember parts of the incident that we didn't remember the first time. And every single time, no, I can't speak on behalf of everybody, we revisit it, we're giving ourselves this opportunity to go in and dissect the situation to take away lessons and blessings and be able to, again, sharpen our tools. So, with that all being said, this month for me, I was just reminded actually by my physical therapist, and I was just reminded by my massage therapist that when we experience trauma, our body remembers that trauma as it's coming up. Now, if you've never read The Body Keeps the Score, great book, because our muscles, our muscle memory, our tissues holds the trauma of not just our experiences, but 7 generations before us. And it's up to us to do the inner work so that we can express through epigenetics the best qualities, not just the worst qualities of our ancestors that passed on their DNA. Okay. So with all that being said, this month for me is a really trauma timeline month, and I'm processing my past experiences in a completely different way. I'm alchemizing them in a completely different way. So obviously I'm really proud of myself, but it's definitely eye-opening to go down memory lane and to remember somatically in your body all that you went through. And as people are touching me, remembering different parts. In physical therapy this week, we were going over why my head hurts, and she's like, well, this is how you were thrown to the pavement by Olympia Police Department during your assault in 2023 of June. And I was like, you're right. And she's like, actually, your date's coming up pretty soon, makes sense. And I was like, oh my god. As we were talking about it, I felt pain here, moved to pain here, and we were just in it, right? We were sitting with it, not dissociating, experiencing it, and reworking through the details over and over and over. And it was this week that I had a different aha about the details. Several different ahas. Now, none of them are true until I find the evidence to prove they're true, right? Being forensics and all. However, they're just more data points that kind of collect back in to help it make sense. Now, I'm not saying go dissect every single situation that you've ever been in. My degree's in forensics. I'm also on the spectrum. It just kind of comes with the territory for me. It comes with my blueprint. But taking a moment I invite you to do this. Pretend that you're going to a movie and pretend that you're on the screen is about to be your entire fucking life right there in the screen. And you're just an unbiased bystander sitting in the movie theater watching your screen. You got your popcorn. And you know when you go see a movie and it's a motion moving picture, get it? Emotions are just energy in motion. So it's a moving picture. Do you get it? When they move you, they make you laugh, they make you cry, they make you feel some type of way. Creative geniuses, I may add. My family, don't mind us. We're just making moves. And when you were moved, so now you're sitting here, you're watching your own movie. Just like in a really good motion picture movie, you're like, oh girl, don't do that. Don't do that, boy. Don't do that. Oh, you should have done like, did you not see that one? Right? You're like intrigued. You're so like engaged with what is going on, right? So while you're like super engaged with what's going on, you're not in it in the same way that you were in it. You're giving yourself this opportunity to view your life, your experiences through a completely new lens. And then just like at the end of the movie, you talk about it with your friends for a little bit, but you don't talk about it for the next like 4 fucking years. You don't talk about it for 20 years. You talk about your lessons, your blessings, and then you fine tune your lessons and your blessings into palatable stories, into expressions, into digestible information, into sharing the message and not the mess. CPC, you watching me? Got the training embedded. So giving people an opportunity to witness their own story, to hear their own story, to be seen, to be heard. That is medicine. That is medicine. That is medicine. And on my CPTSD journey, I cannot thank the people enough who have given me the time and the presence to be present with me, to listen to the convoluted things that got me to that moment in time, to listen to why am I having a panic attack now? Oh, because no one's listened to me for the last couple of years. And to be able to just like sit with that. But when you're witnessing it through a different lens, you're no longer in it anymore. You're detached from it. You're just taking away the lessons and the blessings, the summary, the synopsis of your reality. And it's really cool to be a part of. It's really cool to witness. Yesterday, I went to psychic integration, just kidding. Psychedelic integration. And usually we pass the bowl around in a circle and you share if you want. You don't have to share if you don't want to share. However, this time we decided to popcorn it. They facilitated a little bit of breath work, which was absolutely amazing. And the bowl was by me. There were 2 seats next to me. And I was like, you know what? I just finished a 90-day protocol. I feel like I would like to unpack the overall arc, the lesson, the blessing without the mess. And I wanted to put that into practice. I wanted to put all my certified peer counseling training into practice. So I'm a certified peer counselor from Washington State Health Authority in the state of Washington, which is backed by the Department of Health, the DOH. And I wanted to put all of the last couple of years and all of the tools into practice last night. And I did. And because I read energy, I could feel the energy of everybody listening, the engagement of it, the aha moments, the breakthroughs, the little golden nuggets of lessons, the relatable moments, I can resonate with that moment. I could feel that. I can see it in their faces. I could see it by their questions later on. Like I can feel the impact that my story has on other people, which was a huge lesson for me to learn because I understand and I apologize and I take accountability that my story in the past has been messy because I didn't have the training and skills I have now. And I have left an impact on people, some positive, some negative. A lot of people fled domestic violence after I shared my story. A lot of people left their abusive relationships after I shared their story. But I also hurt a lot of people in the process and I didn't mean to do that. That was never my intention. My intention was to never ever hurt anybody. My intention was to just share my story. My intention was to feel seen. My intention was to feel heard. My intention was to feel fucking loved. And realistically, it was all just my inner child just fucking screaming from the bottom of my lungs, expressing behaviorally inappropriately, sharing stories messy, and impacting people in a negative way, not just a positive way, which is not my character. I love to make everyone smile. I like to make everyone laugh. I like to bring awareness. My mission statement is to make people feel seen, heard, loved, supported, validated through their authentic expression, through their authentic journey back home, their healing journey, their recovery journey, their journey back to center, their journey back to flow. That's the work I do with people, and I am blessed that I get to work with principals of schools. I get to work with the elderly. I get to work with children. I get to work with a vast variety of amazing people who want to be active participants on their healing and recovery journey, who are ready to stop with the old programs, who are ready to stop with the self-limiting beliefs, who are ready to just like put a fucking pause on the old way of being and the old way of thinking and to actually sit with us. God is within. We are all from the same source, right? However, we all have a unique vibrational energetic imprint that is like your fingerprint. Really unique. Did you know that identical twins, don't even have the same fingerprint? Our biometrics are different, just like our energy imprint is different from our heart center, from the EMFs that our heart exhibit, just like your cell phone exhibits and puts out EMFs, same as our heart space. So when you're sitting at that screen and you're watching your movie back and you're taking away the lessons and the blessings, give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. Forgive yourself for the past versions and the past behaviors and the past experiences that you may or may not have done with intention or not, consciously or subconsciously. Forgive yourself, because you literally wouldn't be who you are today in this present moment if you didn't experience that, if you didn't experience triumphs and failures, if you didn't experience hiccups in the roads and bumps in the roads, if you didn't experience discomfort, if you didn't experience anything, you do not have the opportunity to grow. And personally, I can only talk on behalf of self, and I can only respond, react, and express on behalf of self. Anything else is just a projection of my inner reality and my inner world. On behalf of myself, there's so much medicine in just what I shared with you guys. And yesterday I got to witness my own practice in practice and see and feel and experience what it's like to show up and share, but in a different way than what I have in the past. What it's like to show up and teach, but in a different way than I have in the past. What it's like to show up and be a leader, but different than than the leaders I have been in the past. And the only reason I am showing up today as I am in this moment, sharing this video, expressing my truth, expressing my authenticity, expressing my energetic signature, my character, my truth, my heart, is because of every single thing that I have ever been in life. The beautiful moments and the poop shit shows and everything in between, because life is a spectrum. I forgive my past versions of myself. I send them love. I hug them. I honor them. I give them thanks for going through the turbulations for me so that I can show up as I am today. And I hug them. I hug those demons. I hug those shadows. And I walk with them side by side on my journey to overcome what comes my way, to know that I have the tools to navigate any situation that ever comes my way. And that is my invitation for you, to sit with your reality like a movie, to give yourself grace, to forgive yourself, and then to take that medicine, take that exercise, and now shine that out to your loved ones, to your family, to your relatives, to the ones that you project and hate on. Just take a moment and be like, hey, I wonder if I actually watched their whole story and saw all the pieces, what I could actually take away from it. Would it just be hurt? Would it just be sadness? Would it just be grief? Would it just be harm? Or could there be something else in there? Now, I've made many mistakes in my life, but I love to learn from them. I love to grow. I love to evolve. I love to take accountability and responsibility, because that's the first step. Like, oh, fuck, I fucked up. I did something I should not have done. Oopsies. I need to do better. And using my own lived experience again as an example, I've had a few times in the last couple years while processing domestic violence, while living with CPTSD and anxiety, I've had a couple things that came out of my mouth that I'm not fucking proud of. I'm not proud of it. But when I sat with it, it was programmed. When I sat with it, it wasn't mine. When I sat with it, it was somebody else's projection. And when I sat with it, I realized that was fucked up. I realized how many things I'm saying that I don't really mean. I realized how many things I'm saying that I never investigated. I realized how many things I believe that I never even found out if it was true myself. And it gave me the opportunity to grow deeper than I've ever grown before. The incident in 2022 is called the shit show. My family is in entertainment and media, and we call it the shit show. This shit show gave me an opportunity to do more training than I've ever done or would have ever planned to do. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful I got to participate in Charlie Held's intensive outpatient therapy program in Montana. I'm so grateful for the amazing people I got to meet during that. I'm so grateful I got to participate in experimental styles of therapy. I am so grateful I got to learn about my natal chart through therapy. I'm so grateful I got to work with 2 forensics psychologists. I'm so grateful that I got to go into these fucked up situations and be of support and service for other people who didn't have a voice, who didn't know how to use their voice and choice. I'm so grateful that I've gotten to advocate for myself and practice what self-advocacy looks like. And I'm really grateful that through me practicing that other people were able to observe and also put that into practice themselves. I'm really grateful that despite the hard shit I've been through and the fuck-ups I have made and the accountability I have taken, I'm really grateful to still be here, to still be living, to still be breathing, because the stuff that I went through, most people in their life would not still be here living through. When I share my story through the years, most people will turn around and they do not fathom how I'm still breathing, how I'm still alive, how I'm still standing. And I will tell you how. Good support, therapy, experimental therapies, somatic work, mindfulness practices, microdosing psilocybin and amanitas, being intentional, energy work, support, community. That is how I'm here. I have called the 988 suicide hotline before, and I have lost a lot of people in my life to a lot of different variations of death, of ending your life. And what I've experienced on social media since I started sharing my stories through the years, since I started sharing my authentic truth, is lessons, blessings, and medicine in itself. Beyond words. For years, I had love and support. And then I fucked up one time. Imagine if you guys had that on camera, your 1 fuck up or your 3 fuck ups or your 7 fuck ups in a month. Imagine your one mean conversation with your spouse or your partner that you didn't want anybody to hear, but going viral and having everybody else's projections and reactions hit your screen, hit your face, slap you around for a couple years, really fuck with your self-esteem and your confidence, really fuck with your mental health. Just sit with that for a minute. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. What would that be like for you? What could you learn from it? How could you grow from it? I've been knocked down over and over and over and over, but it made me the warrior that I am today. I walk with my demons. I walk with my shadows. I honor my past. I give myself grace. And I invite you to do the same, not just with me, not with yourself, but with others, with the world. It starts in your small communities, and it starts to ripple out. It starts in your small interactions, and that's what brings impact. That's more contagious than a virus. That's more contagious than this whole pandemic of MK Ultra style of type of fucking y'all up. We're talking like Mandela style stuff's about to come. Like, they're gonna fuck with your brain so fucking hard that you're not even gonna know what went on the last couple of years unless you were really tapped in and you don't have a lot of chemicals in your system. So if you need support with anything like that, reach out, theseedpnw.com. Reach out. I would love to be of support for you in any way that I can on your journey. Whether it's just you want to talk to me, you don't like me, And you are curious. You want to pick my brain. You want to ask me some good, juicy questions. Now, I've only been asked this twice, and I invite you to ask this moving forward. What would you do different? What would you do differently? I would do a lot of things differently. That goes back to the movie symbolism, right? Looking at it, taking away the lessons and the blessings, and giving ourselves grace for the past experiences and the past versions that we were, because we wouldn't be who we are today without those past versions of ourselves. So stay with that. Remember that. Be with that. And with that being said, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for witnessing some of the hardest years of my life. Thank you for witnessing my authentic expression. Thank you for witnessing my recovery and healing journey. Thank you for witnessing my self-growth journey. Thank you for witnessing my failures, first attempt in learning. Thank you for witnessing my triumphs. Thank you for celebrating with me. Thank you for supporting me. And to all of my haters, thank you. You are also lessons for me. You also bring awareness into my reality. You also bring a lot of growth and discomfort, which brings even more growth. So thank you. Thank you to every single person in time and space, whether I met you or not. Thank you to everybody who has came into my life for a reason, a season, a holiday, or a lifetime. Thank you. And if you're still here, seriously, fucking thank you. And if you don't like the word fuck, you probably won't like me and my channel, because that's my favorite word. When I came out of my mom's womb, Dad had the camera all up in there. Like, Look Who's Talking movie. All up in there. And Mom, out I came. She's fucking beautiful. And that's my favorite word, fuck. So if you don't like it, fuck around and find out. Also my favorite quote. Well, not my favorite. Well, one of my favorite quotes. My other favorite quote is, you're going to love this one, guys. You're going to love this one, guys. You're going to love this one. This is being recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. Y'all. Forensics. This is being recorded for quality assurance and training purposes. Get it? Favorite quote. Also, the one on my arm. But life's a slippery slope. Regrets the steepest hill. Hope for the best, plan for the worst, and maybe wind up somewhere in the middle. Do, 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 do. Cue Bright Eyes. Okay, sorry, going on a spectrum moment there. Anyway, thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Until next time.